Just 2 games left before the ultimate Champions League final in Istanbul this year. I cannot wait for it. We have our deciding semi-final second leg this week, and I'll be giving my predictions today. I'm in a very happy football mood. Liverpool on 6 wins in a row, and Sparta Prague might have just sealed their first Czech League title in 9 years, which would be amazing. The first one I've experienced in my lifetime after we beat Slavia 3-2 last night with a last-minute penalty. So, very happy mood. However, there is one thing stopping me. Man City are still in the Champions League, and that is always terrible. So, hopefully today you'll see in my predictions whether I think they're going to make it to the final and potentially win it, which would be a disaster for any team in football. So, I really hope Real Madrid do it. But do I think so? We'll see. Starting off, however, with AC Milan versus Inter Milan. Now, the first leg was a 2-0 win at the San Siro for Inter, with 2 goals from 37-year-old Edin Dzeko and 34-year-old Henrik Mkhitaryan. 2 early goals, 8th minute and 11th minute. AC Milan didn't have that many clear-cut opportunities, only an XG of 0.9, Inter on 1.97, so Inter controlled the game much better. Nicolo Barella in midfield I thought was really, really good. Their defence looked good most of the time, and I thought that it was AC1. They didn't have many clear-cut opportunities, so it was a good game from Inter, and now they will be hoping that they can do it in the second leg. All they need is, realistically, don't concede 2 goals, and they will be in their first Champions League final since 2010, when they won it under Jose Mourinho. They haven't had many great Champions League seasons since then. AC haven't been in a Champions League final since 2007, and even since then, they haven't had many great Champions League seasons. Haven't got to these late stages very often, have they? So, it is a big game, but Inter are the favourites based on what we saw in the first leg, based on their lead, and based on the fact that they are just in better form in general. AC just lost to Spezia away 2-0, whilst Inter went at home to Sassuolo and won 4-2. AC Milan look in real trouble. They look in real trouble in the league as well. Things are really not going good. They might not make the Champions League places next year. They might not even make the Europa League places next year. Things are going really, really bad over there, and this is why I think that Inter Milan, 2-0 in the first leg, I think that they'll just play this cool and it's going to be fine. I think Inter 1, AC 0. That will be it, and Inter Milan will be progressing to the Champions League final, where they will meet either Real Madrid or Manchester City. Now, this game is going to be so huge. It's going to have so much of the world watching it. It's going to be at the Etihad, Man City against Real Madrid. Now, the first leg was okay. It was an interesting game of football, but realistically, not many clear-cut opportunities on either side, and the Man City goal should have definitely been disallowed. By the way, can we just talk about that? The ball was so clearly out. You're in the Champions League semi-final, and the refs don't know how to use technology. Everybody saw it. It was out. Madness. Vinicius Jr. ran the show again. This man, in my opinion, is the second best player in the world right now, I would say, just based off like talent and ability. Second best behind Kylian Mbappe. You could even make a case to right now on form, he could be the best. He is so good. Every single time he plays, he just lights it up. He's been so good this season in La Liga. He's on 10 goals, 9 assists. In the Champions League, he's been Real Madrid by far their best player. And that strike into the top corner against Ederson in goal was absolutely splendiferous. The way he just took the ball, right, from Eduardo Camavinga, and he just blasted it. Oh my God. And Real Madrid, well, Man City started off dominating, right? They started first 20 minutes. It looked like it could go Man City's way. They could be like really on top. But then the goal went in and the game changed. I think second half as well, Real Madrid were the better team. And Man City with that Kevin De Bruyne goal, it was a great strike. It should have been out, but doesn't matter. Great strike. And Man City stole a point there, realistically. They should not be. Real Madrid should not be happy with that score. A 1-1 draw at home. Now they have to go away to Manchester and try and win. It's very simple. It's just one leg. Now, the first leg doesn't matter anymore. The aggregate doesn't come into it. Whoever wins is through. If it's a draw, we go to extra time. This is going to be such a huge game. And do I think there's going to be a lot of goals? Do I think it's going to be cagey? I think that this is going to be quite low scoring. And I think Manchester City are going to nick it 2-1. I think that... Oh my god, can I say this? I hate saying this, but I have to say it. Man City are going to win 2-1. Erling Haaland was kept so quiet in the first leg. He was put in the pocket of David Alaba. He had basically nothing, right? He had absolutely nothing. Antonio Rudiger pocketed him as well. And Man City should be thanking Kevin De Bruyne, because had that goal not went in, then there would be some pressure, but because it's a level playing field and Manchester City are at home, they're in great form. Real Madrid played a rotated squad last night in La Liga. They did win against Getafe 1-0, Marco Asensio, but this is going to be different. And I think that Manchester City might just have the quality to do it, and I think it's going to be another Kevin De Bruyne masterclass. And I think he's absolutely incredible. So we're going to tee up a final of Manchester City versus Inter Milan, according to my predictions. If it somehow becomes Real Madrid AC, I'll look like a complete idiot, but I really won't mind, because Man City aren't in the final. So, that is my predictions. Hopefully you liked it. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Man City, we know you're really good, but we cannot let you win.